not what I want to. Well, good Saturday morning, everybody. My take didn't go good, but welcome to Sports Chat. We got John with us today. Johnny John,
What's
going
up,
on?
man? How you doing, man? Can you hear me?
Why am my thing not changed? Oh, Ron popping up. What's good, Ron?
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you fine.
Everybody good?
Can you hear me?
John, you good? What y'all been?
Everybody's good. Everybody's good.
Am I muted? Can y'all hear me?
Yep. Thumbs up to both. I can hear both of you.
All right.
I can hear both. What's
Herm?
happening?
Herm, what's going on, man?
Matter, mama. Sound.
We might have to start over.
Fix the sound, bro.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Good.
Yep. Can you hear us? Thumbs up, bro.
Well, first and foremost, we got football camps opening up. We got NBA Summer League going on. I watched a couple games this week. You got the Yankees and the Orioles having a brawl in the ninth inning last night.
That.
Brawl breakout. Maybe that might kickstart us with something because we've been terrible lately. We shall see. John, Detroit, the Tigers still alive, or what's the story?
They ran off about 8 out of 9 wins. So they're beginning their annual tease. So nothing. I mean, still nothing to really be excited about. Pitching is fine, just can't hit. Herm, what's going on, man?
What you doing, Herm?
We might have to start this over.
Yeah, we got a little Herm. Can you hear us, Herm? He
I don't
lost
think
us all together, John.
Yeah, I don't think he can hear us.
I can't hear you guys on my end. I hear you, but faintly. Because I'm in a different spot today. So
got to go back to your normal spot.
With my sound.
Change is overrated, Herm.
On that's supposed to be on. Wait a second.
I turn my lights down a little bit.
I can hear you faintly.
You don't have no AirPods or nothing?
I think she might have something going on. Let me see. Hold on. What's this?
So hello, everybody.
Say something again, John.
Can you hear me? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Say it again.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
I can hear you fine, John.
Okay, I can hear you now. Say something again.
1, 2, 3. Testing.
Oh, there we go. The speaker she had back here. All right, we're back live. I figured out the problems here.
I'm gonna drop out quick.
I'm in a different area today. But I can hear you guys good now.
Yeah.
Back to it. All right, well, we had a big little brawl last night, Ron. Orioles and the Yankees. Were you watching? Ninth inning.
I think
Clay Holmes got a little close. Hit the kid in the helmet, actually. It didn't really look intentional to me. I mean, it was already a couple outs there.
Yeah, it was. I saw it.
How you figure that was intentional
That
at
was
that
intentional.
juncture of the game? 2 out.
Man, with the control that these pitchers have, come on, man. That was that was intentional. stop, stop it. That was intentional. I saw the whole.
But I mean, to me, it just don't make sense at that juncture of the game.
Yeah, yeah, but a lot of stuff people do in sports don't make sense. Look,
You're right.
Jalen Brunson signed a contract
Yeah,
that
he took less money,
took
100 million
left $100 million on the
on the
table.
table.
A lot of times people do stuff that don't make sense.
Yeah,
You,
you're right. I
you,
want what do you think they're gonna do with that?
I mean, you talking about Jalen Brunson?
The Knicks.
Hopefully, find some better players. I mean, I don't. I you. I mean, listen. 39. He's still at. That's still an average of $39 million a year,
Right.
which I mean, people in our income bracket that we can't imagine
I know.
that kind
I mean,
of money.
that NBA money is just
That's
wild.
it,
It's just wild.
it's unbelievable, but that's still a lot of money to leave on the table. You talking about $100 million on the table, um, and especially if he makes that kind of sacrifice and it doesn't produce um, players that can help the Knicks get over the hump.
Right.
Man, I would be looking that you would look back at that and say that was a terrible decision to leave that kind of money on the table.
Well, they gotta secure their center position again too, because
Yes. Yes.
Hartenstein left, and everybody know Robinson is an injury waiting to happen. You talk about AD, Robinson is a sneeze away from being hurt.
Yep, that is the case.
I mean, that kid,
Yeah, man.
he
So
can't stay on the court.
I don't know what kind of agent he has, but I'm sure the players union is not happy with
Yeah,
him
no, I mean that's.
contract. I wouldn't either if I was the president of
But
the
I
press.
guess I heard him say I heard that uh it'll help them because what's the name is up for next year. Randall is up along as well as Bridges, so that'll kind of give them extra for them too.
Yeah, I mean, that's good if you did that to re-sign Randall. And I mean, I'm like, you only make that kind of sacrifice if you're pretty certain you're going to get players that's going to push you over into real legitimate championship contention. And we'll see. I mean, I don't know, man. I would fire my agent.
What,
That's
what, what kind of out clauses does he have in there though? Does he have like a player option after year one or
I
two?
have to look
I,
at it.
I haven't seen all the
Because
I
Jalen
haven't
Brunson's
seen
still relative.
all the particulars of it quite yet, but
Well, yeah,
I'm
because he's
quite sure you're gonna hear a whole watch ESPN for today and next week. They'll be talking about it probably all
Yeah.
week.
well, I'm sure. I mean, he's rolling the dice, obviously, right? And then if he's got one or two out clauses, maybe he's just he's betting a whole lot of money on himself because if they can't get the players and they don't end up being as good while they have this window with the Knicks. Maybe he says, okay, well, I'm still under 30. I can opt out and I'll just go and renegotiate it somewhere else and make it up one in another way. But even though that's a huge gamble to think that way,
Man, that's
but
a huge gamble. And again, I mean, I'm not gonna cry at somebody making 30 an average of $39 million a year. Um, and I'm sure he can, I don't to me it's about the sacrifice in terms of the sport. I mean, listen, there's nowhere you can live at 49 million a year that I can't live at 39 million. There's no car that you can drive at $49 million a year that I can't drive at 30. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't even about that. I just looking at the roster and like you say, they need to fill the void at center. Um, I just don't know, man. That's asking a lot of your star player. Now, if you on the tail end of your career and you talking LeBron making a sacrifice to sign, which I don't know what y'all Lakers are doing because y'all ain't done. Have y'all made any moves in this
Nope.
offseason? I
Other
mean,
than letting guys go.
I'm like, what are y'all doing? Do you have
Yeah, we're, we're,
what's the
we're, we're
Lakers
working
cap
on we're
situation?
working on Gary Trent Jr. Good choice if they get him.
Defensively, but I thought y'all were in the mix for DeMar DeRozan. That didn't happen. Um,
I don't they don't have that money for Demar. They
I
got
think
they got mid level guys
I
money.
think he I think DeMar, you could have probably what the mid level now is up to like 11, $12 million a
Yeah,
year.
yeah. About 12
That's
million.
that's the mid level exception. Can you that's that
That's crazy,
that's
man.
that's crazy. So um
All
yeah,
right, so
I don't know what you guys doing.
here's the breakdown on Brunson. Uh, he signed a veteran extension, right? A 4-year, 156.5 million extension. That was the maximum Brunson was allowed to sign at this moment. Uh, it's the last part that is key. It says at this moment. It has been reported Brunson could have signed for more money had he waited and re-signed with the Knicks as a free agent a year from now. But now you probably read that Brunson gave up 113 million by extending with the Knicks now. But did Brunson really leave 113 million on the table? Yes, well, kind of, but not really. Let's break it down. All right. Uh 25, 26, he gets 34, not 34,944,001 dollars. Um he signed well what happened was he signed under the veteran extension rule. This allows him to extend for 140% of his previous salary. And to sign a 4-year extension, Brunson declines. Okay, he declined his 25-26 player option. So his extension is based off his current salary of 24-25 of $24,960 and a dollar. From there, Brunson can add 40 new years of salary with 8% raises off the first year. That's how we get the figures above. So he
At
can
some
opt
point.
out
Mm-hmm.
of his contract as a free agent in 2028. That would allow him to sign for 35% of the cap maximum because he'll have 10 years of service following 27-28. But more to come on that later.
How old is he?
Brunson,
I'll tell you right now. Let's see.
how old is Jalen?
How old is Jalen Brunson? He's 27.
Jalen Brunson,
27 years old.
No way I would have did that deal. No way.
27. So
That's a
he'll be like
y-
31, 32.
yeah. That you're in your prime. This I'd have waited a year at 28 when you're in your absolute prime of your career and signed, and then because you're talking at the end of this contract he'll be 31.
Yeah.
Are you gonna max somebody? I mean, I don't know. Bad
And
deal.
and, and it all depends on how he plays from here on out too, right?
Bad deal. Bad deal. No
Yeah.
way. No way.
Especially if they don't win the chip either.
Yeah, and then you making all these sacrifices. And
Yeah.
listen. That eastern part of the country, you talking Boston,
Yeah.
obviously, Philly. I'm telling you, man, Philly is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Mark my words. I mean, obviously we have to see what the rest of the roster looks like, but I think those three, PG, Max, and Embiid, if he can stay healthy, which is a big if. I mean,
Well,
let's just be
and
honest.
that's the thing. You know what? You ever, you ever, something ever happened, and you feel it in your gut like it's gonna be good or bad. But in this situation, I'm not even worried. You know why? Because MB is another sneeze waiting to happen. PG2, right? The two of the main three are sneeze away from not
Yeah.
playing at all.
Honestly, I
Maxie,
don't.
Maxie gets no coverage at all, but he's the main clog in that whole wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, both of them have been injury prone. Talking PG and Embiid. I'm be perfectly honest with you. I'm I'm stunned that Philly is allowing Embiid
To
to
play.
play in the Olympics.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, that don't
That's
make any sense.
crazy to me.
Yeah.
You couldn't finish the playoffs, but you gonna play. You gonna extend your season
Yep.
and put more wear and tear and play in the Olympics,
Yep.
and then training
And
camp in
and
October.
you can't and then internationally, the big man can't camp. He can't be camping out down low. He got to
Yeah,
be moving lateral.
bad decision. Bad decision.
Yeah.
Bad decision.
I I, I don't think me personally, I don't think he's gonna make it through it.
Well, think about it. You're adding the Olympics to an upcoming 82 game season that he's already had issues making it through a season, and then you're
Correct.
gonna add the Olympics on top of that?
Correct.
No way.
Correct. And when do the Olympics end? What's the date for the gold medal game?
Sometime in August. August.
Right. And so then you got a month
Then yeah, and then you're looking at
to
training camp in
rest
October.
before training camp.
The season started before, but the NBA season started before the end of October last year.
Yeah.
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 It started like September, right? The 30th around
Well,
there or
they
something.
started training camp early, but the season started even before Halloween this past season,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is normally not the case. It usually starts the
Right.
first week of November.
Right. Right. Yeah, so it'll be interesting.
We'll
Interesting.
see. We'll see.
All right, so
They're
what
selling.
do you guys
Uh-huh.
speaking of the Olympics, what do you guys think of the choice of White taking Kawhi Leonard's spot?
Well, let me start with that because when I first saw them report to practice last week, and I saw that Kawhi was playing, my spidey sense started to tingle, and I said, he ain't gonna play. I'm serious. When I saw them report and he was in the picture and he was showing up to practice, my first thought was, man, this dude is another, like you said, John, a guy couldn't even finish the season. He's just one of those odd birds, man. So I knew that he wasn't going to. I was like, he's playing? Okay, good. Okay, we'll see what happens. And I figured he was hurt or something anyway. And then when he bounced out, I honestly was not surprised. And again, my spidey sense was tingling. And then when I read yesterday about why Grant Hill and why they decided to take White from Boston was Derek White, because they said he's a kind of a Swiss Army knife and they need that defensive guy and a guy that does everything over Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown had some feelings about it, obviously, but I mean, Grant Hill said it wasn't any malice towards Jaylen. They just thought that White would be a better fit for this team. And we'll go with that. I mean, you could say you want to just take the best of the best. Jaylen Brown was an MVP. The guy had outstanding season, outstanding finals. He was well deserving, right? They just didn't choose him. We get beat. Well, they can second guess it, right? But we'll see. We'll see.
I mean, that was that to pass over Jaylen Brown
Crazy.
and to get that took a lot of guts. That was that you talking about the Finals MVP. That
He had every reason to be on that team.
Yeah, and then I mean it's hard enough because I mean he feel like I'm equal the player that Jason Tatum is, but to see Jason Tatum get all of the commercials, get all of the publicity, get all, and then to add insult to injury, you gonna reach and get
Derek White.
Derek White is man.
Yeah, I don't
I
understand why Jaylen
Well,
Brown
if
gets so
if
much hate.
not
I mean,
if,
the
if
guy is
not
outstanding.
Brown or White, who should they take? Kyrie?
No, absolutely not. No.
I
I am not
mean
a Kyrie Irving guy. He's matured a bit. quote unquote, and he played well leading up to the finals, disappeared in the finals. Another guy you can't really depend on long term. This is not Kyrie hate. This is just facts. And I'm just not a big Kyrie. I'm not on that train. When they were talking about the Lakers getting him last year, didn't want him because with him comes all this other stuff.
You get a lot. Yeah. Typically, there's a lot of drama that comes with. But dude is so talented, man. It's almost like. And here's the thing with Kyrie. For all of his antics and things, who has he been most successful with,
With
with in the
LeBron,
NBA? It's playing alongside LeBron James. That's undeniable. You know what I'm saying? I think they made a mistake by not going after Kyrie. And I'm not a Laker fan, so I ain't got really no dog in the fight, other than the fact that Bron is on the team and I'm a Bron fan. But
Don't want him.
Brian, they
Don't
have a history. They went to 3 straight NBA finals
Don't
together.
matter. I'm over
They,
all these head case dudes, man. I'm tired of the the guy's got outstanding talent, but he just can't stay on the court. I'm tired of this guy's outstanding talent, but his other off the court interests are gonna drive how he plays or his motivations. Look, I'm all for being conscious, and I'm all for these dudes having off the court interests and all that, but not to the detriment of the team itself. And Kyrie, his history is, to me, of a selfish cat in a way. I mean, he gives away tons of money. He gives away all that. Yeah, look, I know about his philanthropy. I understand all that. Yes, but he don't stay on the court neither. Last year was a healthy season for him, right? But he's been hurt. He's got a history. I just think there's a lot of baggage that comes with having him on a team. And the last thing the Lakers need is any more drama. To be honest, they don't need no more. I mean, it's already a high-profile team, and having Kyrie would have just been that. The Olympic team, yeah, they could have picked him up. Okay, great, whatever. But that's just the Olympics. But long term, I didn't want him. Nope, no more drama, man. Let's live drama-free. Just we got enough drama.
Bruh, you got the drama king on your team.
Exactly. So why add even more to it? Right. Look, Kyrie already told you about how he felt about playing with LeBron and being second fiddle when he decided to do what happened.
Yeah, but you don't think he's grown since then? I think that was because realistically, if you're if your concern was being second fiddle to LeBron, then why'd you go team up with KD?
right?
You were still second fiddle. You know what I'm saying?
Again,
So
that speaks to the inconsistent thought process of Kyrie. I don't know, man. I'm just not a Kyrie guy,
A lot
man.
of times the ego of these guys don't realize that you can't. Number one, you can't win a championship alone. Number one, I don't care if you're the number one guy, the number two guy, number three guy. You can't do. It's a team sport, people.
Yeah.
Right, and so you got to mesh with somebody, right? Rather it's the great superstar or the guy at the end of the bench. You got to come together with a chemistry as well. And so here you are, you're on Boston. You got Brown and Tatum, right? You didn't work well with them. You go to to Brooklyn. You got KD. You get Harden to come, right? Simmons comes, and you guys do. So again, you got to realize sooner or later, I've got to mesh my talents with other people, and it's okay. Listen. The money these guys make and everything, it's okay if I'm not number one. Just do what I do, right? And take care of my family and go on. You'll be greater after you're done playing than when you're playing, because then your stories will evolve, right? And it depends on what happens to you. Nobody really gave Kobe a whole lot of love until he passed away.
Well, maybe I'm just in a cynical mood this week, and I have these feelings about it because there's so much going on in the world that maybe I'm a bit of a curmudgeon this week. So maybe I'll feel differently about it. Coming soon. Maybe I'll change, but You know,
Johnny's in that. He's in that. Hey, get off my grass, old man mood. I guess. Huh?
Listen,
What do you?
listen. I've I've
Hey,
had my
hey,
bouts with that.
get
So
get get out get out of the pool. I'm at the pool today. Move out the way. did you
you know what I
did you
mean?
pay your condo fee? If not, get out the pool.
As y'all can
I
see,
get it.
as y'all can see, I'm downstairs in Sports Central, and that's my design today.
I get it. I get it. I just think you guys have stood pat since the beginning. I don't know what the Lakers cap
They haven't done
situation
anything.
looks like. I don't know what they can actually offer. Um, but if I need to package D'Lo and somebody, you going into the season with essentially the same roster that got swept. You know
They
what I'm
don't
saying?
nobody even want D'Lo. As great as he played during the
Yeah, because
season,
his contract.
and he can't defend nobody. He gets to the playoffs and he just gets torched by Jamal Murray every year until they answer that question about who can guard Jamal Murray, and he's the single assassin that destroys the Lakers' hopes every season. And since the bubble, where he was playing outstanding, and we got over the hump at that point. But remember, he was playing outstanding basketball in the bubble, right? The guy was collapsing
Hmm.
the effort that he was expending, and now he's just gotten to a point now where he is their nemesis, right? Remember, Larry Gura used to be the Yankee killer. Well, I'm gonna call him Larry Gura. He is the Laker killer. Jamal Murray torches the
Yeah.
Lakers, torches.
Didn't he had two game winning shots during
Two
that season?
game
Yeah,
winners.
and until they have an answer, he loves to see D'Lo coming. He go, oh God, please get it. Oh, let me guard. Let him
But
guard me.
that's why they should have packaged D'Lo for Kyrie, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, you see what happened when Anthony Edwards tried to call Kyrie. I'm gonna guard him. Okay, all right, cool. Come on, come on, young fella. Let me teach you a little something about NBA playoff basketball. So, um,
What do you guys think about this statement? I loved it actually from Don Staley. Don says, uh, what can I do about pay disparity when I do the same job as others, but when? What do you think about
uh,
that statement?
are we? It's here's my Lord have mercy.
She says, how do I do the same job and get paid less, but win more?
I told y'all the Lakers should have hired Don Staley,
Yeah,
but
that would
but,
have been
but
interesting.
instead, what did we do? We went and got JJ Redick, who last night I was sitting there watching him twitch and turn as he watched the summer league team get blown out, and then they had him over there with Doris Burke and what's his name there during the game, and I'm just sitting there and I'm just like. Mm, like honestly, let's just be real about the disparity here. Okay, Dawn Staley
Yeah.
has Dawn Staley has won national championships. She's taken a program over the last 13, 14 years and made them a powerhouse. She's coaching X's and O's. She does an excellent job of recruiting. She's a stand-up person in the community. She's well respected in her profession. She's got an equal, if not better, resume than Dan Hurley does, right?
True.
She just happened to be coaching women, right?
Yeah.
But what do the
True.
Lakers do? They turn around and they hire a guy that has no NBA coaching experience, right? So like when you want to talk, I mean, let's just like call it what it is, man. The problem today is everybody wants to not say what it is. She's a woman and she's black. Like the Lakers should have. How does a coach that successful not get an interview? She's the number one coaching prospect in the world for basketball.
But
Hurley,
let's be truthful.
let's be real
If
about
she
it.
was a male,
They would have been all over. They would have offered her
all
$70
over.
million. They
Yeah,
would have offered just
for
like they did
sure.
Dan Hurley.
But that's
Somebody,
but
somebody would have by now for sure.
So
but
all I'm
that's the
saying is,
but
let's
that's the
call it for
difference.
what
She's
it is.
not a male.
No, you're right.
That's
Yeah,
that's 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 I mean, fair or not, that's the difference. She's not a male. And this is still a male dominated society. It's still a male dominated. Listen, man,
that's all
all
I'm
of them
saying.
guys that pretend to be open minded and pretend to be progressive and want to let it happen, and then you'll see how progressive they when they have to actually take these orders from a woman and have to do. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's true.
I
Yeah,
don't I don't buy
I
that
hear you.
these men are as open minded as they pretend to
Well,
be.
yeah, because even the positions that they give them, supposedly that are great positions,
Mm-hmm.
they're still controlled at the top
Yeah.
by the
Yeah,
male.
Yeah.
listen, it is again, like I said, it is what it is. It's just evidence of what the society we live in today. So instead of hiring Dawn Staley, you go and you get JJ Redick. You hired you hired a what do you call it? The guy who just got fired in Atlanta here.
McMillan.
Yeah, you hired, and I'm not saying those guys aren't outstanding coaches, right? But the NBA has a thing about hiring dudes who got fired. If they got fired at their last job, why you think they got the answer to what they're doing here?
But here's the problem with that, Ron and Herm. Here's the problem with that. The Lakers have a female owner.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to be the one that's pushing female advance,
No,
who
you're
better to
absolutely right.
do it
And the Lakers.
than Jeannie Buss?
No, you're
But
absolutely right.
she's still deferring to men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know,
yeah.
absolutely right. Well, and so then you have to question her power too,
Yeah.
right?
Either that or I think a lot of times women, because here's the thing. The WNBA and I'm glad they're doing better numbers. They're starting to get the recognition that they I think they've wanted for so long, and good for them. Look, I'm the trajectory they're trending upward. I'm glad to hear that. But if women supported that league like they support men's sports, we wouldn't be talking about pay disparity, and we wouldn't be talking about, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's like even it's like
You
women
know,
prefer men's sport.
and I was gonna say this, maybe taking on a little of the Ronald attitude this week, because and I think about this, but how long is it gonna sustain for them? Right, right now you got this influx of the Caitlin, the Caitlin Clarks, you got the Angel Reese's coming into the, but how long is it going to sustain for them? Because as John said, if the women themselves supported it, right? Because they're going to need the backing of the male to sustain at the height that they've ascended to. So how long is it sustainable for them? Is the
It
question.
will have to be a situation where the marketing departments of the WNBA, they recognize you got to get while the getting is good, and why they have the attention, they have to make they have to find more stars, they have to develop more people, because Caitlin Clark's the face of the league, but you got to find a way to sustain it to keep the interest. The game is played well, and it's exciting, and whatever. And she had a triple double last night or close to it. I was watching her game. She almost broke the team's assist record, right? And the girl can play. She'd be dropping dimes. So they have to just capitalize on the moment and then find stars to kind of help keep driving the game and interesting storylines and stuff, because that's what keeps it going. But whether they can sustain that or not is a good question. I don't know. But they got
Well,
people they pay.
I think the WNBA needs to follow the NBA model of marketing when it
Mhm.
comes to storylines and individuals. Listen,
Yes.
the NBA, go back to its inception. The NBA has never been devoid of talent.
Right.
I mean, you can talk about Wilt the Stilt, you can talk about George Mikan, you can talk about Nate Tiny Archibald, Earl the Pearl Monroe. They've never been devoid of talent. What they were missing were personalities and people that they could actually market to a mass
Correct.
audience of
Correct.
people. In comes Magic and Bird, who carried their rivalry from college into the NBA. You
Hmm.
got a man in Magic Johnson who their marketing genius with him was so people don't even realize that Magic ain't even his first name.
Right.
Right,
His you know what I'm saying? That's how well
right,
branded and marketed he was.
Hmm.
His name ain't
right.
Magic, his name is Irvin. You know what
And,
I'm saying?
and it's
But we
funny
don't
because
even
even
we call him
even with
Magic Johnson.
and even with Larry Bird, we didn't call him Larry. We
Yeah.
called him
Birdman.
Bird.
Bird.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it's true.
And so I think the NBA, because for a lot of times we say, hey, these girls are talented. Yeah, they're talented, but where are the storylines? Where are the personalities? You know what I'm saying? Asia Wilson is a great player,
Yeah,
but
she's
we
the
don't
best
know
in the
nothing
league.
about her. We don't know anything about her.
I
You
think.
know what I'm saying? She ain't got no storyline. She's boring. But
Yeah.
now you got these storylines and then you got players like Juju that's on the way.
Yep.
Um, Paige Beckers is on. You know what I'm saying? And so they need to market. And listen, it's a team game, absolutely. But when David Stern got a hold of the NBA, it wasn't the Lakers versus the Celtics. It was Magic versus Bird. It was Jordan versus Isaiah. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? That's what
Yeah.
needs to happen. That's what needs to happen.
They're trying it
And I,
though, right? Angel versus Caitlyn. And
that's and those are the highest rated games every time they play.
hmm and the racial undertones of it all helps drive
That's
Same
right.
thing with Magic and Bird.
word.
Same thing, Magic Bird.
Same
Look, it
thing.
sells. It sells.
The
Look,
Great White Hope, the Hick from French Lick, and Magic Johnson from East Lansing,
And
Michigan.
what I enjoy about it too is they'll tell you that um they jumped in the hype with the hype. Mag said Bird said he would get the paper in the morning
see
to
what
see
Magic had
what
done.
Magic did
Yeah,
at night. So
absolutely.
they dived in on it too.
Absolutely. The WNBA needs some great storylines. The,
Remember the Converse commercial, right?
Yeah, when he pulled up in the car and all that. Yeah,
Well,
I
well,
saw it.
well, and not that the one with everybody though. They talk about Jerry
yeah,
Maguire was in it. Uh,
the
Isaiah
rapping,
Living
the
was in it.
rapping
Yeah, yeah.
conversations.
But
Yeah,
and
you
then
know what I'm
Bird
saying?
says, "But I'm the MVP, right?" So all those, as you're saying, that marketing plays a major role
It is the
going forward.
lifeblood. It is the lifeblood of basketball. Now, I think with other sports, depending on the sport, like football, I don't think is as dependent upon individual marketing because the game is what people love so much.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? The average football player, if Antonio Brown walked up to most people, they wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? They wear helmets. They wear stuff to conceal their identity.
They would say, "Hey,
Um,
that's that crazy guy that
yeah,
jacked up the Firebirds ownership."
exactly. And so I think it's incumbent, especially while they're on this good press and this they have to capitalize on it
Yep.
if they
Got
want to be taken serious. If you want to be around another 30 years, then
capitalize.
you have to capitalize on this. It's lightning in a bottle. You got it.
No, it's true, and you're absolutely right.
It's lightning in a
You got
bottle.
to strike while it's
You
there.
gotta strike it while it's hot. You have to.
I think they will. I do. I mean, I'm
Hopefully.
watching women's games. I'm like, I wonder. I watched the Las Vegas Aces the other day. I got them in my favorites, my teams that I on
Hmm.
my television. Like, I'd be like, there's no way in the world I would have turned off the Yankees and the Orioles to watch the WNBA game. I did last night though, right? I turned when that game ended. I turned back and the Yankees was in the brawl with the Orioles in the ninth inning, and I was like, okay, I caught it, but I watched the end of the game because they were playing Phoenix, and I wanted to see if they beat Diana Taurasi and Brittany Griner. Because right,
Listen, man.
and the fact that we're
How
talking
many?
about a WNBA game says a lot about it, right?
When have we heard Sports Center leading off with WNBA games or
Exactly.
being part of First Take or you know what I'm saying?
So,
It's
so
hot
yeah,
right now.
it's
It's
hot.
hot. Ratings are up. It's hot. Women's basketball, college
I
basketball
just hope
final.
for their
Out
sake
drew them in.
that they
Caitlin Clark,
sustain it. You got
Cait-
to sustain it.
Caitlin Clark's her coming into the WNBA is like somebody moving into your neighborhood and paying 2 or 3 times more than you did for your house, right? And all you can do is say thank you to that person for raising your property
Yeah.
value for buying
Yeah.
it. They all
Ex-
just they all just thank her for showing up and be happy and take advantage of the benefits of having that person move in.
Instead of resenting her, which a
Yeah,
lot of them
I
do,
agree.
they need to thank God for that girl, man. She's brought a visibility to this game that they haven't had. because she's brought a personality and a real. Now it can't just be personality. You got to have a skill set. You can't just, you know what I'm saying.
Right. No, yeah, you got to be able to play.
You got to be able to play. But if
Yeah,
you can
man.
combine that with personality and with a storyline, boom, the league is in it's at the it's at the point where it can really take off. It can really take off. So
It's so funny because years ago I had this debate with two other gentlemen. I won't say their names, but you both know them. Uh, and they were Dr. J fans. Okay, and so they were trying to tell me, right, probably one of the biggest Magic Johnson fans that's out there. They're trying to tell me that Dr. J saved it. I told them the NBA was going down the tank with Dr. J in the league,
yeah,
right?
nah,
And so it was like late at night. We was in the car riding around Albany, right? And we're debating this, right? It was Algernon and Brian. They try to tell. So I'm like, are you guys kidding me? I go, Dr. J was in the league when it was going in the tank.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
Bird and Magic comes and saves the league, right? And you can
Although
ask
I mean,
Dr. J himself.
it was definitely Bird and Magic. I don't think that Dr. J gets the credit that he should get. Whenever we talk about these all-time lists and
Right,
these
right, 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 right.
his name is rarely mentioned. You know what I'm saying? We lost Ron.
Yeah, I hit something. There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's true.
his name is rarely mentioned on those. And Dr. J was very instrumental to the success of the NBA. I think his time in the ABA may have hurt him because the stats don't carry over, and so it probably didn't allow him to compile the type of NBA stats that he could have in order to
Right,
be
but he had his overall
if yeah.
career.
And
Yeah.
so
Well, and I think too, it didn't help Dr. J by losing that title to Portland in
yeah,
'77.
yeah,
Had
yeah,
had had Philly won that,
yeah. But I'm gonna tell you,
I think that would have heightened him some too.
that's when Bill Walton was his at his
Oh,
absolute
no doubt about it.
peak. He
Can
was
you say can you say feet
man,
let me down? My
man,
God.
man.
yeah. I think
Phil,
a lot of that, the way the NBA was. I mean, that was really one of the. I think that series, the Philly, Portland, and the Seattle Washington championships were the first ones I remember as a kid, and those kind of got me watching basketball at that
Yeah.
time. Like that was before Magic came in the league, but those were the first ones I remember. And and looking back at it now, I think Dr. J's impact. Again, I think you're right, John. He doesn't get the credit, but I think what was happening in the NBA was kind of kind of going right along with what was happening in American society at the time. People were kind of coming out of that 60s
yeah,
civil rights kind of thing. Drugs were bad in the league at the time. The 80s was more of a kind of Magic and Bird hit it at the right time where people
Yeah,
were
they
like,
did. They did.
lifestyles of the rich and famous, and television and stuff was expanding. Cable was becoming a big thing in the 70s. Like, so it was like they hit it at the right time, and the marketing machine of the NBA just got to more eyeballs, and we were kind of
yep,
starting to move into the computer age. You know what I mean? So it was a time where they hit the league at the perfect time. Had Dr. J been maybe 5 years younger and he hit it at that same time too, they could have had a 3-city rivalry with Philly, Boston, and New York, even though they had one. But Doc would
they
have been.
got one in '83. They got one in
Yeah, four,
'83.
four, four.
Yeah, so
You
it
know,
was, it's all about just the timing. Bird and Magic, that story can't be told. I mean, it can't be told better. It is a American success story. We'll call it that, right? When
yeah,
I
but
saw Magic, I see
that
Magic on his
'83
vacation.
team was that '83 team was unbelievable. I mean,
Yeah,
you talking Dr. J, Bobby Jones, Andrew, Tony. That team was
Moses Malone.
Moses Malone. That team was unbelievable.
Well, I
So
mean, think about they swept the Lakers.
yeah,
They swept them.
yeah,
yeah. Well, listen, I see Magic on on his summer vacation every year on the yacht in Europe with
Yeah.
Sam Jackson and LL Cool J
Yeah.
and whoever else. So and Steve Harvey and all the folks he takes with him on vacation.
Talking about boat trip, huh?
Yeah, so I think I saw him on his jet ski the other day on Instagram in the morning, and as he woke up in the south of France or wherever he be at. So listen, life is good. So
life is good.
Right?
Life is good.
Working out on the ship, personal workout.
Hey, life is good.
Got your good friends with you, right?
Yeah. Can you complain about
wouldn't we love to be somewhere like that, fellas? Come on. Where's Michelle? Where's Trish? Tell her, come on.
Let's go. All right. Well, y'all know what's today? Today is the 13th.
13th.
Yes.
With every day that passes, it brings us closer to these training camps.
When will camp open for college?
I know the NFL opens next week.
Next week. Reporting next week.
Typically,
open at the end of this week coming. Or
college is I think because either that or very early August, and I'm super hyped. I'm super hyped. Let me fix it. I had to fix my shirt. Hold on a second, y'all.
And we don't be disappointed. I want it to be so because the hype is, it's been crazy.
Man, let me tell you, I am so like I'm watching football content every day. I sent you all that Langston Hughes.
I said I was gonna take a look at it after the show.
Please watch them highlights because first of all, you're gonna see some plays by Eric Nolan. You're gonna be like, okay, well, this is what we're gonna have to be dealing with in the next little while with him. And then, Juju Lewis has one play in that game where he throws just an amazing ball to the sideline, right, to Caleb Odom, who's a great receiver that y'all hear about in the future. That game was on ESPN last year to start the season. It was the season opener, and both teams had gone to their respective classifications championships. So they opened the game in Georgia at Carrollton on ESPN last year, and they highlight the two stars. So don't worry about future stars in college football. It's in good hands because these guys are amazing. And I'm telling you right now, high school football starts in 30 days here in Georgia. 30 days. First of all, they've been practicing since May 30th. They started practice. So listen, these teams are primed. If you go on YouTube, you can find some of the top programs in Georgia. They've been having scrimmage games all week. They've been going to each other's and scrimmaging the Bufords versus the Mill Creeks and the Langston Hughes showing up at Walton High School. They're ready to go. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I'm telling y'all, man.
I gotta hit Tony on asking how much Tank bench pressing now.
Tank been at practice every single day since June. All right, since June 3rd, since May 30th, they've been practicing every day. People wonder why these players be coming out of the South. I'm telling you why. Because they play all year long. They working out. Yeah, they got out of school on the kids got out of school on May 30th. They got the weekend of Memorial Day. The Friday before Memorial Day was the last day of school. Right.
Right.
Summer workouts start the day after Memorial Day. And they've been working ever since. It's workouts, it's training, and then they get into whatever they're lifting and all that. They have one dead week here in Georgia, right? One dead week. I think during 4th of July week you can't practice or nothing, and then they right back at it. But they don't stop, man. And I'm telling you, I've been watching some of the highlights of the scrimmage games and stuff. These kids ain't nobody joke. All right, I'm telling you. I was in high school. We ain't start captain's practice till August 1st.
Oh, it wasn't even that. It was later than that.
Right?
Yeah. These guys they're on something different now. They're on something different.
Something different. They go back to school. School starts here August 2nd.
But I tell you though, there was nothing worse, man, than them doubles, boy.
Double sessions. Yeah, these cats work out so much now. Double sessions ain't no big deal, man.
You go back in the afternoon, man. It'd be burnt. It'd be hot.
Yeah.
You'd be already tired from the morning. Sakara used to make us on that wheel.
That's what separates the pretenders from the contenders, man.
When you went home at 4:30, you didn't want to do nothing but eat and go to sleep.
Listen, my boy Derek is down here from New York this weekend with his daughter's softball team, right? This on Friday night, me and Trish went to see his daughter play. They played Georgia Select in softball, right? They got worked. Okay, the team got worked. They got worked. One girl hit they had back-to-back home runs. One girl they hit a shot down third base. This girl from Georgia stepped outside the third base line, backhanded it whoosh, across the line over the first base, threw the girl out. Right? Derek looked at me. He was like, "Bro, I told my daughter, y'all better be ready, because they on something different. I'm telling you, they on something different. And football is just I can't wait for football." I was watching the what do you call it the other day? The Big 12 media days with Dion and then when they went there and they was talking, bro. I cannot wait for college football, bro.
What do you guys think about that Gundy situation?
What, in Oklahoma State?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what happened. What happened?
Well,
he had the running back that got 20-year-old that got pulled over for possible DUI. His levels were way up, and Gundy goes, "Oh well, I thought about it. It would take." He goes, I've probably done this over 1,000 times myself. 3 to 4 beers, and I'm like, dude, just be quiet, dude. Hey, discipline the young man.
So one of his players got caught drunk driving.
DUI. His star running back.
Is he trying to? So he trying to make excuses to keep him on the team?
He said they're not going. He go. Oh, we're gonna punish him. We're gonna make him carry 50 times a game.
Oh wow.
Hey, well,
Kirby
Smart had 2 guys get arrested out here just this past week. I think they had Mondon, I think, one of the linebackers, and somebody else got caught. But see, where Athens is that there's a small county called Barrow County right next to Athens, and there ain't really a whole lot going on. So all they do is they pull people over. You know what I mean? My daughter had an issue out there a couple of years ago. She used to date this dude on Georgia's basketball team. And she went out there, and something happened one time. She got pulled over, and I went out to court with her to Barrow County, and I could see it was like a line of people outside waiting because they had got college kids get pulled over for speeding or whatever. So it's stuff that happens. Young people are gonna make mistakes whether they playing college.
Well, football. I mean, listen. I mean, underage drinking in college is a norm.
It's a thing.
Right? But again, it's all who get. I never forget what's his name. He got in a world of trouble when he was at Michigan State for drinking. Scott Skiles.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But nobody heard about it because it was Scott Skiles.
Right.
The story kind of goes on the way.
Yeah, that's
for your coach to be at a Big 12 media day
and covering up,
talking crazy. I mean, come on, Gundy.
Hey man, it depends on how good the kid is too. How much they cover it up. Absolutely. I'm sure there's something that happens on every college campus in the world.
Absolutely.
And they'd be like,
hey. Listen, that goes on every level of sports. Referees give star players preferential treatment. I watched Michael Jordan cuss the referees out, and they wouldn't draw. He wouldn't draw a technical foul. You know what I'm saying? That's just how they're bred.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember Chris Webber got stopped by the Sacramento police, and he get out of the car saying, "You know who I am." You know what I'm saying? That's par for the course. That's it goes.
Look, man, all I know is I'm excited about football starting.
Bro.
I cannot wait.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've watched, and my favorite game of the year was not. It wasn't even a national championship. It was a Rose Bowl. when we took down the big bad SEC and beat Alabama. Man, I've since January the 1st. I've watched that game no less than 30 times. Probably more. It's just, and so the pageantry, the schools, the bands, the Saturday morning crisp fall air. I love it. I can't wait. Is it September yet?
Right.
Hurry up.
Man, I can't wait either, man. I'll be watching the ACC network where
bro,
I was watching
bro.
North Carolina versus Miami the other night, this past season, just because it was football and the Yankees was on. I was like, nah, I'm watching
And
this every
listen,
day.
and then you hook me up with that TV package where I can see every single. Do you know how crazy I'm going to go this fall?
How's that
I'm,
working out for you there, John? Let me ask you.
oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I can't wait. Brother, I got them lined up. I'm like, I can't wait for that. I'm telling you, that can't is just every college football game you ever want, every sport event. It's just everything. It's bro, props,
I'll send the bill in the mail.
props. Huh? Yeah, listen. Props to you for that one, brother. That was for 30. What I paid $33 or whatever it was, one time fee.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Man,
you bought the Chromecast and then the one time fee, right? For TV make the subscription.
man, unbelievable, unbelievable. Blows my mind every time I turn it on.
Holler at your boy.
John, are you going to Dallas next week?
Yes, I'm
What day
leaving
you going?
Thursday. Leaving
Thursday.
this Thursday. Mm-hmm.
All right, so we probably won't be on next week. John will be down in Dallas. I hope you stay in a hotel. Don't be outside baking.
Brother, I'd already looked
Woo!
at the forecast. I was listening. It was hot in Atlanta last week.
It's nice this
Um,
week. Low humidity now. Low humidity.
yeah, that's the thing with Dallas. I don't, that Texas heat is it's offensive. It's just
Yeah.
it's just offensive. So yeah, I'm getting my sunblock and I'm getting all my stuff. I don't want to come back 3 shades darker than when I went
Get
down.
some good barbecue while you're there from SoCal.
The Georgians welcomed you to Georgia last week, John.
Yeah, man, had a good time. Had a good time down there. Had been a while since I've been thinking about it. I hadn't been to Atlanta probably in about 10 years. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, cool place down there, man.
You
I
enjoyed it?
can I can see the appeal. I can see the appeal. So, um, maybe one day, but I don't like. I used to be a like when I was younger. I
Mm-hmm.
could the heat and but it's just too hot. just I can't deal with that heat.
As I tell everybody, this is my 13th summer in Georgia. Been here a decade, almost a decade and a half, right? I love it more every day just because I spent the first 42 years of my life in upstate New York with those winters, the long ones, and I like the warmer weather. The trade-off for the hot summer is the rest of the year. So you have to just kind of get through that. Once
Yeah,
October rolls
yeah.
around, we got all in Atlanta. You get all four seasons. You can get it gets cold in the wintertime, but it's short. Nothing lasts too long. You want the weather to change? Wait 10 minutes, right? So I love it, man. I'm happy. Not a lot of people can say that, but I'm
That's
happy
good.
every day.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
I will say if we continue to have the winters that we've had over the last 2 or 3 years,
You'll be good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Summer,
Yeah,
it's been the
climate
hottest
is
summer
changing.
that I can remember in a while. It's been
Yeah, it's
hot,
changing,
crazy
man.
hot.
It's definitely a
Yeah,
change now.
climate is definitely changing. The climate is definitely changing. I don't. It was 52 degrees on Christmas
Yeah.
In Detroit.
Was it?
I was like, this feels so weird. It don't. It
Mm-hmm.
didn't give me a good. It didn't give me a good feeling. Like a lot of people like, yay, not because it just. You know
Yeah,
how
again because
it just it it.
traditionally you get so accustomed to snow
Yeah. Well,
at
it's just
those,
it's
at
not
those
what it.
said time. Like
But
yeah,
that's not what it's supposed to be.
give me the snow on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. But then take it out on the
After
26th.
that.
No, but I was just saying. It just. I mean, it's it goes against what's supposed to be normal, and that's what I don't like about it. I love 52 degrees. Don't get me wrong, but it's just something like if my child was 2 years old and 6 feet tall, I would be looking at him saying, son, that ain't
It is strange.
something ain't right about that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That's the feeling I got. I was like, that ain't supposed to be. So We'll see. I mean, you got, I don't want to get into politics, but you got people I mean, how could you literally deny that this climate is changing when we sitting here on Christmas and it's almost 60 degrees?
Well, I
Yeah.
will say that the Earth is supposed to melt with a fervent heat, but that's not science. We'll say
Right.
that.
On that note,
On
On
that
that
note,
note,
all right, guys, we'll see you in 2 weeks. All right, we're gonna get our football preview together because it's coming for you.
well, listen, hey,
coming.
Sports Central will be prepared and ready for football.
Let's
I got another TV on the
and you know
wall
what,
right
really,
there.
I really have nothing to look forward to football season. I'm like,
Back there.
y'all got
Spartan's gonna be terrible.
what? Oregon State's coach. Y'all should be all right.
We'll be the Spartans.
And the Lions.
We'll be 6-7 or 7-6, whatever.
Yeah, Derek asked me the other day, Herm. Derek asked me the other day when I was with him Friday night. He says, "Hey, Ron, Herm's still rooting for Michigan State."
Who said that?
Derek,
he might as well cross on over to a winner.
That's why I went to school. That's the devil right there.
He might as well
he told me to ask you. He told me to ask you. He said, "Ask Herb, he's still rooting for Michigan State."
Come on to the winning side. Come on to the winning side.
I can't. He even remembers that. That's
cross on over, brother.
He remembers that. He said,
I think what it was, John. They all missed me when I went away to. I was like there. I was their coach. Everything. I was like their dad. I was 18, 19. I was like their dad. I went to their games. I had them in the backyard throwing to me. Ronald.
Yeah. Derek said to me the other day, he goes,
I went to school. They was like, "Oh, when Herm coming back?"
He said to his wife, Amy. He goes, Amy. He goes, the only reason that my mother let me go to the Def Jam concert at RPI in 1987 was because Ron's brother was going to take us over there and drop us off. Because remember, you drove us. We got to see LL Cool J.
Who did y'all go see tonight? Tyson won the title.
LL Cool J was, I think it was I can't remember. I don't know. But Derek,
remember I dropped y'all off. I was like, yo, y'all better let's hurry. Gotta get back. Remember?
Well, yeah, that was that concert. It was at RPI.
Yeah, that RPI Fieldhouse.
And Derek said to me, he goes, the only reason my mother let me go to that, he goes, I was only 14. He goes, because Ron's brother was taking us. Because you drove us over there.
I was just dropping them off. I wasn't even stand. I just dropped them right out.
Drop us off. Yeah, that's what he said. He said, man, I remember all that stuff. His wife was like, really? He goes, yeah, the only reason my mother let us go because Herm was taking us.
Yep.
That's funny.
And Troy is like John. It's like, so for a mother let her child go to RPI to college at 14 with other teenagers, man.
He trusted you, man. I trusted you.
Yeah, I took him over there, and then I went and got him after the fight. They're like, who want to go? Oh, come on, y'all got to act.
That was the night of the Trevor Burbick fight.
I was about to say Trevor Burbick when he was 20 years.
I was like, yo, come on, let's go. I ain't got time. I gotta go.
Yeah, we were all there.
I was the old man. Get off my grass that night.
There you go. There you go.
Let's go. Gotta get back.
Kick this out.
All right,
well, hey, man.
All right, man. I'll take it easy. We'll see you guys.
Y'all take it easy. I'll see y'all in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
All right, fellas. Peace.